Well, how you doing, friends? How you doing, new viewers? I'm Ion Prime, and got an interesting selection of news stories for today. And of course, we'll get to another edition of What's in My Collection today, looking at some of my favorite PlayStation 2 games in my collection for today. So we'll take a look at those after the news stories today. But we're going to be taking a look at a PlayStation 2 portable that has been built by a fan, and take your Sega Genesis online. But first up, this is really cool. A modder by the name of Tuskegee has built a PlayStation 2 portable. He reverse engineered the PlayStation 2 board and has been able to build this portable version of a PlayStation 2. Now, he created a 3D printed case, and he puts the hardware inside of that with the controls and everything. A 5-inch screen is a part of this, and he's put the whole thing up on GitHub. It's open source, so we can download it. We can try to build it all ourselves. It has a 500 milliamp battery, gets about 4.5 hours of battery life, which is pretty good. And look, I'm not smart enough to put something like this together. I'm glad this guy is, but it is definitely really cool to check out. And yeah, if you want to check out that full build, it looks really, really nice. I've got that story, full description, all that down in the description below. And recently, Nintendo announced their $500 Switch 2 bundle, where you can get the system, and then you can get a download code for Mario Kart World, Donkey Kong Bonanza, or Pokemon Pokopia. And it is expected to launch on June 7th. Well, pre-orders, they opened today for that bundle. Best Buy, GameStop, Amazon, and Nintendo sites, they all have those pre-orders available right now. So if you don't have a Switch 2, I don't have one yet, this would be the perfect time to get one. And of course, get that game to go along with it. The price does increase in the U.S. coming up in September. So yeah, definitely now would be the time to do that before that price increase. And I mean, the game, as far as what game I would pick, I would definitely go with Mario Kart World as the game to go with the bundle, if I'm able to get around to pre-ordering this. We'll see. Well, Xbox, all caps, apparently that's the big deal right now for Xbox. Game Pass subscribers, you've got a new slate of games available for this month of Forza Horizon 6. That is the headline game. It is available to download right now on Xbox Game Pass. And Remnant 2, The Outer Worlds, Spacer's Choice Edition, and Final Fantasy VI. Those are just some of the other games that are available. There's several others too, but those are available starting tomorrow and through June 2nd. These games will be dropping at different dates between now and then. Excuse me. And yesterday I talked about Final Fantasy creator Sakaguchi's son praised for a fan's AI-created remake of Final Fantasy VI. And I've seen these videos pop up on TikTok. I've liked watching them. Yeah, it looks a little weird because, well, it includes voices. I believe they've taken the text from the game and put that in AI and has created the speech in the games. It is a little weird to look at, but I think it's kind of cool to sit there and watch them for a few minutes. Well, he praised these AI remakes, and well, some people started bashing him online for it. Kind of unnecessary. A couple of his Square Enix colleagues did it as well. And look, I get it. We don't want AI creating an entire game for us to play. I get it. But Square Enix is not the one doing this. This is just a fan that has plugged all this into ChatGPT or whatever they're using, and has put this out because they are a fan of the game and want to see just a more modern version of it. That's all they're doing. So, I mean, there's nothing wrong with praising this for that fan using AI to make this and then putting the videos up online. So I think the backlash against Sakaguchi's son is just unwarranted, and we don't need to do it. We don't need to. Okay, it's not Square. It's a fan doing this. Let the fan have a good time doing this remake of Final Fantasy VI. I think it looks great, and I will keep watching them whenever I see them pop up. And finally, there is a new Kickstarter campaign that has begun. It will allow you to bring your Sega Genesis online. You were able to do that in the 90s with the Sega Channel, but this is called Mega Wi-Fi Add-on, and yeah, it just takes it like the Sega Channel days back in the 90s, let you get online. In the Kickstarter video, it shows Battle City running on the Genesis Online. So, yeah, if this is something you want to support, it has not reached, it's only like 1,500 pounds. So obviously this is somebody in Europe that is doing this. So 1,500 pounds is the ask. And I think they've only gotten like a third of that so far. But if this is something you want to support on Kickstarter, I've got in the description down below where you can do that if you want to be a supporter of this particular campaign. All right, so now time for why is it in my collection? And today I just wanted to go over some of my favorite PlayStation 2 games that I have in my collection. And I'm going to start out with Metal Gear Solid 2 and Metal Gear Solid 2 Substance. Obviously, Metal Gear Solid 2, the game that we all got. And then later on, we got this one where you could actually play as Snake in the game versus Raiden. But definitely I've loved Metal Gear Solid 2. I've played through this game 5 or 6 times. Good grief, it's so good. Substance, I played through a couple of times. It's so much fun. Love doing that. Devil May Cry. Devil May Cry has always been a very fun game to go through and just do the demon hunting and everything that you do. But yeah, definitely enjoyed playing through Devil May Cry. And I did show these off just the other day, but these are some of the collections that I have that I enjoy playing just because it has a bunch of arcade games that I loved playing back in the day. And this one is the Midway collection. It's Volume 2 and Volume 3. You've got Gauntlet 2, Mortal Kombat 2 and 3, Total Carnage, which I believe was a sequel to Smash TV. Primal Rage, I believe Rampage is on one of these as well. But yeah, I love these little collections, these old arcade games that I love playing, that drop so many quarters into. And then the Capcom arcade collections. Definitely enjoy having both of these. I do have the arcade stadium that Capcom released as well, both Volume 1 and Volume 2. I have those digitally on PlayStation and on Switch. So I like having the games, but I like having these physical versions of these arcade games as well. I got a Bionic Commando, Ghouls and Ghosts, Street Fighter 2. Yeah, so lots of great games on these. I believe Magic Sword is on one of these collections too. So yeah, just a lot of fun having these. Soul Calibur 2. This is definitely a favorite of mine on the PlayStation 2. And I'm not the greatest at fighting games, but I do like playing fighting games, and Soul Calibur is one of those games that I've always enjoyed playing, and I like the version that is on the PlayStation. So yeah, definitely very cool to have this in my PlayStation 2 collection. Next up, Time Splitters. This is a great first-person shooter, lots of action, just a great graphics, and just a good time playing Time Splitters. So I like having this one in my PlayStation 2 collection. And just an extremely fun game right here, Simpsons Road Rage. Yeah, just a whole lot of fun to be able to play this game and to just go around Springfield and causing havoc and whatever else you can do. Love having Simpsons Road Rage. And lastly is probably my favorite game on the PlayStation 2, but that would be Final Fantasy X. This was when I bought my PlayStation 2. This was the first game that I bought. I bought this one, and then just a little bit after that, bought Metal Gear Solid 2. But this was the first game that I bought with my PlayStation 2 was Final Fantasy X. Seeing the commercial for this game on TV, I was like, wow, look at those graphics. It's just absolutely amazing. First game, too, to have voice acting. It's a little cringy, yeah, but this is still just a fantastic Final Fantasy game, and definitely my favorite game that I have on my PlayStation 2. Well, folks, I'm Ion Prime. You know what to do. If you like this video, be sure to like it. If you dislike it, hit that dislike button. I do not mind that at all. If you are new to the channel, I would love to have you as a subscriber, so be sure to subscribe to the channel. Be sure to follow the channel as well. If you want to talk about anything that I've discussed today, do that in the comment section down below. And all my sources are down in the description as well, so you can get some more details on anything that I've talked about today. Do that in the sources as well. But keep your controllers charged, my friends, and I'll be back with some more gaming news coming up tomorrow. Hope to see you then.